Hey, welcome back to the channel. I've been doing this series showing my collection one drawer at a time. And even though they're not all in drawers, a lot of them are. And this is drawer number 10 right here. It's another collection of fixed blades. These are a little larger than the last drawer that I did. And there may be other things in here I'm not aware of or just haven't thought about. So if you'd like to see all of these knives, go ahead and check out the video. Yeah. I'm gonna bust my ass coming down from here for sure. What are you laughing at? All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Exciting drawer today. Big knives. I love big knives and axes and swords and all kinds of knives, really. But man, we love big knives, don't we? So before I get into this, let me thank my viewers so much. For supporting the channel, your likes, your shares, your comments. Really enjoy when you guys shoot me an email. I had a couple recently where people were asking questions, and I can't always help you, but I try to help out where I can share knowledge. So I don't mind that at all if you shoot me an email and ask me about something. So let's get right into it. This is a Uncle Henry box here, and this is a nice metal wood carving kit right here. And so this is unlike other ones. This is pretty durable. You can see right there. This is a really heavy duty carving kit that I have yet to use. Gives you all these different blades here. I've heard that these are pretty good, that you can sharpen them. And of course you have different long blades there. Pretty nice little carving kit. This is a SOG knife. I bought this because it's pretty cool looking, right? So when I pull it out, you'll see it has that old style Bowie SOG design from Vietnam. It was inexpensive, around $29, I think. Now, the steel in this is good, and the finish has held up really well. It rattled, though. Let's see if you can hear it. Anyhow, I don't know whether you can hear it, but the handle is kind of loose. So what I decided to do is use this as my metal detector knife. So I dig in the ground with this when I find something. And you can see here that the finish is holding up really well. I mean, you're digging in the ground, hitting rocks. So, yeah, came with a nice nylon sheath. That's what I use that thing for, though. Here's a little Benchmade, what do they call this? Saddle something, saddle horn, I think. I don't remember. Nice little bushcraft knife. I got it's S30V steel on that. I have sharpened it. You can see some use marks. It's holding up pretty good. Use mark in that. But if you'll notice, see how that sticks up? Watch this. See it poke down? And so this is loose in here. It was like that from the factory, and it's solid though. So I never sent it back to Benchmade to have it fixed. Nowadays these aren't cheap. It was not real expensive when I bought it. Nice little bush knife, carry out camping or hiking with you. Let's see, here's one, and this is Ontario. Nice little knife here, Rat 5. This is the old one, so this is not the Taiwanese produced. This is produced by Ontario. Nice thick, heavy duty knife here, 5 inches, has a nice choil you can choke up. I bought this to be a camp knife, and ended up not really using it at all. Nice knife though. I mean, I've used it some. This is a nice Buck 120. This was given to me when I was 16 years old by my father. It was my primary bush knife, fish knife, hunting knife for a long time. You can see it's just starting to rip there a little bit. About 10, 12 years ago, I retired this. It's one of the few things I have left that my father gave me. And so I just didn't want to, you know, I didn't want it to break or anything. Not like it would. I mean, it's lasted decades. I'm 65 now. You can see a lot of use on that Phenolox handle there. And it's just in great shape though. Great shape. Pretty sharp. Not real sharp right now. I just retired it. And I don't use it because it's a memory. This is a new one. I have carried this, but I haven't used it in the bush. I really want to. Really like the design. Very comfortable. It looks old school with this brass braid around here. It's a Condor. 1095 steel on this. You can see right there. And I think they did a horrible job with their unfinished steel there. You can see it's coming off. The coloring's coming off on it. But pretty nice knife. I like the design. It feels great in hand. And I still want to use this out in the bush. Probably when we take our camping trip, I will take that with me. This is a Silver Stag, really big Bowie knife right here. Like the sheath. I know some guys might not like that. I like it. Silver Stag is out of Washington, I believe, or Oregon. I can't remember. Just look them up, and they make a fantastic knife. This is pretty cool here. It's a retaining lanyard latches. You put this around, it provides another retainer for the knife. Beautiful, genuine elk stag here. This isn't a picture knife. You can use these knives. It's good, heavy duty steel, and this one had the diamond finish on it. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get that to snap in. Pretty nice. Never used it, and I probably won't. I got plenty of other knives to use. I don't need to use it. Just pretty nice. Okay, so we got more than knives. This is a CRKT Chogon. This is one of my favorite designs in a tomahawk. And so it's tomahawk design. It's got a nice sheath on it that you can carry it with, and it has a hammer. And so a lot of old tomahawks, vintage ones, did have hammers on them, but this is not, I don't believe, case hardened steel. Every time I use this thing, you can see the dirt. It gets chips in it, and I just regrind it to grind it out. But was not heat treated properly, and I couldn't recommend this because of that. But I like it. I mean, I use this. It was inexpensive. I like to take this out with me. If I don't take my big Trailmaster, then I take this little tomahawk here for processing firewoods, and use a hammer for all kinds of things. But it's handy, put in tent pegs, stuff like that. All right, let's see. This is a knife that Jessica McJames sent me. Thank you so much, Jessie. It is a Cattaraugus quartermaster, and you can see it right there. It's a 225. A lot of wear and character on that knife. That doesn't bother me at all. I love it. I love that look. Looks like it's been used. I haven't cleaned this up since Jesse gave it to me. I intend on doing that. Don't know how far I'll go. I'm always torn with knives like these because, I can clean this up pretty good, but I also kind of like it the way it is. So right now I'm feeling like I'm just going to leave it the way it is and clean up this part, lube the leather in it. But I don't know. I may feel differently on another day. So thanks again, Jesse, for that. This is a knife my grandson gave me. It's an inexpensive knife, but it came with this. This is genuine rabbit skin, and somebody put some leather danglies on there. It's a Pakistani knife. The sheath is kind of, man, I need J.O. to make me a sheath for this. That's what I need. And that's a knife. So I've cleaned this up some, and I got in my head that I wanted to sharpen the blade up here, and I have worked on that, and I got a little bit more to go. Not much, maybe another 16th, and this will be a sharp edge on the top here. It'll be double edged. So it's a project I'm working on. Haven't hit it in a while, but just kind of like a Model 49 design, bird head on there. I've already rounded this a lot. It was just like square, so I've rounded this quite a bit, the wood on it. Not finished yet. This is an African tribal knife. So around the world today, a lot of people get pieces of metal, whether that be from an old car or military equipment, and they fashion knives just like they used to 500 years ago. And you can see some cool designs that they put on here. And this is ram's horn with some simple pins in here. This knife is solid, by the way, and typical of African design. Probably, a tourist picked this up. I don't think it's a tourist knife. You could see you have some nice wood inlay here and then leather covering it. And I'd say maybe the 50s or 60s on that. Pretty cool. Just an example of how somebody else does something. This is a fantastic knife. This knife is a gaucho knife, all sterling silver. This is all silver. Cool little serpent design here. Really nice work on this, and made in Sheffield, England. They made knives like these in the Civil War. They called them, hold on, I gotta think about it. What do they call them? I think they called them cutlery bowies because it looks like a kitchen knife, but this is not a kitchen knife. You can see on the sheath, it has a clip on it. It was meant to be used out in the field as a hunting knife, and there's actually a hunting motif on this. You can see the hunting dogs and the lions. Really cool. Really neat knife. Probably dates around 1910, 1920, something like that. This is a knife that's in my dagger collection. Pretty nice sheath on that. You can see it is a Hibbin. And really, really nice knife. So this isn't a fantasy knife. You could actually use this knife. You can see right there, Gil Hibbin is double-edged and sharpened on both edges. and just a fantastic design knife. Well executed too. Um, really, really nice. You have a stainless steel braid handle. Just looks really cool. And I'm about to get invaded. My cat just, there it goes. Can't resist it. Oh, it's an open thing. It's an open drawer. Can't resist that. Let me remove my cat. All right. This is a replica of a Bowie knife that Tai Chi, a Indian Cherokee Indian chief, and if you look up Tai Chi, you'll see pictures of him carrying this style knife in his waistband that he has, and this was made in India. Pretty inexpensive, but you know it's well made. Advertised that you can use this. I don't know that I would use it too hard, but you can use it. This is a cold steel Recon Tanto. So I don't know whether you can see it. You really can't see it. The finish on these things are so good. A lot of people didn't like them. They're rough, but you can see there, you know, it's just held up. It's got a few scratches, but I use this out in the field. You know, took it camping, and it did surprisingly well as a camp knife. It's pretty big. You can see right there. Had no trouble batoning with this, and it just worked a whole lot better than I thought it would. This is a brand new knife. I bought it. It's a sold by Harrington. It's a Russell, John Russell knife, but Harrington owns the trademark to John Russell. And this is an old Skinner style knife that they used to use back in the late 1800s. The mountain men used this, and then this knife was really popular for a long time, up until the 70s probably. I don't know whether meat processors still use this or not, but it's just a fantastic skinning knife for big game. And I just wanted to have an example of it, and that's why I bought that. This is a Bark River. This is a camp knife, and it's fantastic. One of my favorite camp knives. Just a fantastic design to that. Has a nice choil. You just really choke up on that. That's the distance of my hand, so you can see you can get some control to do fine work. But this is mainly a camp knife in green micarta. Just beautiful knives, man. Love Bark River. Love them. Moving on. This is another cold steel. This is my SRK. These make great camp knives, fishing knives. You want to take this fishing, whatever. Great self-defense blade. The SEALs use this model for a couple years at least, and issued it in training of their SEALs teams. And they're just fantastic knives. Love it. SK5 steel on that one. This is a fantasy knife. So this is a knife that was produced by a Navajo Native American. I believe in New Mexico is where I got this. And this is bone. So it's just an example of a bone knife wrapped in leather. The whole thing's wrapped in leather. And not even sure what's inside here. I'm sure the bone probably slips into something, some type of sleeve. But it just, you know, it's a reminder of how far we've come in knives. At one point in time, thousands of years ago, maybe 10,000 years ago, they did use bone somewhat in knives. This is another this is Edward Regina. His Majesty took over from Victoria and then resigned. King George took his place. So this probably dates to around 1915. Beautiful stag in this. Nice cap. And just a nice knife. Who made that? Rogers. Joseph Rogers and Sons is what's on there. This is another replica knife here. It's a type of rifleman's knife design. This was a copy of a knife that's in a museum out in the Southwest. And just an example, another example of mountain men knives, what they carried. Pretty cool. Horn grips on it. And that's it. That's pretty much drawer number 10. I hope you enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed showing you. And thank you so much for supporting the channel.